What's up, traders? John Howell here. It is Monday morning and I'm coming to you, and it's a post-cardio detoxing drink, and I want to give you my thoughts on my focus this week and some things that have been going through my mind, and hopefully some of this stuff can actually resonate with you and help you out as well too. The thing that I've been thinking about this morning and actually over this weekend is this. Is one of the best thing to do in any environment, when no matter what it is. Look at these big ass lemons. Look how big these lemons are. they're bloody huge. They're huge. Anyway, bit of a tip, guys. I learned this from Gordon Ramsay. If you're trying to get more out of your lemon, right? So I have a lemon squeezer that I squeeze the lemon in. If you're trying to get more out of your lemon, on the bench, just say this is my hand's the bench. Roll it on the bench like that. Do that for like maybe 30 seconds to a minute. And when you do that, it actually, then when you cut it and then you squeeze it, it actually gives you a lot more of a, it gives you a lot more lemon. So I'm gonna roll it right now. So one thing I was thinking about, is when you're looking at anything in life, okay, call it your health and fitness, call it the stock market, call it trading, call it whatever, okay. The way that I look at my life is that I want to go to the source of what's real and what's not. I don't want to go to a fad. I don't want to go to a gimmick. I want to go to what's real. So for example, if I'm looking at my health and fitness, I don't want to go to some fad or a gimmick or, some MCT oil or some oil is going to help. I don't want to do that. I want to go to the source of what's real. And so when it comes to my health and fitness, what is real? We are alkaline by design, and when we're alkaline, we have less inflammation, which means less things break down, our immune system's strong, and our body's having time to naturally heal itself, right? And in that alkaline oxygen state, diseases such as cancer can't survive, right? Or they have a very hard time surviving. That's the truth. It's not some fad or some gimmick, right? But then on the flip side, there's acidic. We're alkaline by design, but then we're acidic by function. And in that acidic, that's when inflammation starts to happen. That's when things start to break down. That's when your immune system starts to go down. That's when you start to get sick and all that sort of stuff, right? Because the fact of the matter is this, is that if your immune system is strong, it doesn't matter if people around you are sick, you're not going to get sick because your immune system is going to deflect it. I've seen this so many times with people around me. It's like, oh, don't come near me, John, I'm sick. I'm like, I'm not going to get sick. Come here. You know what I mean? So let me just do this here. There. Right, so it's like, I'm not going to get sick. Come here. And I don't get sick. Now, I'm not saying I don't ever get sick. I do get sick sometimes. And that's when I just go complete hog wild on the junk food and all that sort of stuff. So there you go, guys. What I've done there is I've just rolled this out, and you can see that this here was actually really, really hard. So you can actually see it's a lot softer now. And now I'm just squeezing it into it. So, do you know what I mean? Like, seek truth regardless of appearance. And whenever you're going through your life, like for me personally, if I'm trying to deal with something, I want to deal with something that's not going to just be a fad that's going to, work now. Like, I want to do something that I know is the fundamental basis of how that operates. Once again, my health. I know when I do, someone said just recently on my YouTube channel, they said, I'm just trying to remember what they exactly said. They said, oh, John, lemon water, green drinks, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, is only half the battle. And I truly do believe that, right? I truly do believe that. And the other half of the battle, which I actually believe is 90% of the battle, really, is your mindset. Because you are what you believe, right? You are what you believe. And that's actually a pretty good segue into the next topic I want to talk about. When it comes to my trading in the markets, okay? I'm actually getting some greens now, guys. This is greens powder. I've got 2 scoops of green powder. So what I've got now is I've got lemon, or the whole lemon squeezed into here, and 2 scoops of green powder, guys. Now, a bit of a backstory. I've just come back from doing 20 minutes of cardio on the treadmill, a bit of abs, and a lot of stretching for the day. I'll start off with this, and then I start my day a bit later on, while still fasting up to lunchtime. I'll go do a workout, which will be weights and then also more cardio. And then about 1 o'clock today, I'll start with my eating habits. My eating, make sense? Man, it's crazy. It's hot and it's hot in this place. It really is. It's crazy hot. So the thing is that, yeah, that was actually a pretty, as I said before, that was actually a pretty good segue into what I wanted to talk about, you know, in the next segment, and that's about the stock market and about your trading. So the thing with me and my trading is that I've gone through so much crap and so much BS that you know, over my last 15 years of being involved with the markets, bit of BCAAs. Over the last 15 years of being involved with the markets, I've gone through a lot of fads. You know, I've gone through like, you know, like this indicator or that indicator, or the magic thing here or the magic thing there, and nothing's really worked. You know what I mean? The only thing that really has worked is just trading, or having a trading system based on how the markets work, and have worked ever since the market started. The market never changes. If you understand how to read the market and understand how to understand the market, it never changes. We may go through cycles. We go through a bull market, we go through a bear market, we go through a sideways market. But the market, how it operates and how it moves and the patterns, it never changes. So the better we can understand the charts. Okay, the better we can understand the charts, the better trader will be. Make sense? And so, you know, for me personally, the biggest growth for me has just been, you know, has just been to, you know, to get out of my own way and only focusing on the things that really, really do matter, you know, in life and also with my trading here. And I've just lost my train of thought that I wanted to say. There's something really important I was going to say before. Wish I could rewind this tape here. Actually, I forget what I'm going to say. But anyway, the whole thing about, you know, about trading and the whole thing about that. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Be careful who you hang around with, and be careful who you listen to, because I truly believe the people who you hang around with, you start to think, and because you know it's possible. I'll give you an example. Someone said on my YouTube channel just recently, they said, for sure, they said to me, you know, John, $1 million a year, you know, the average top trader makes $160,000 a year trading. Good luck with that, with $1 million a year. And I sat there thinking, I'm thinking, you know, this person who just wrote that, that's what he believes, because that's all he sees. Now, I know plenty of people out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these guys. Now, I know plenty of people out there, guys. I know plenty of people out there that do more than $160,000 a year. Here's the thing. This person who said $1 million a year, good luck with that. Guys, my private coach, I know, he does multiple 7 figures a year. You know, we're talking like, you know, some months he's making over 200 grand a month. And that's like, you know, and because I hang around him, I know what's possible in trading because I see it. I'm there all the time, every week, seeing him what he does, seeing him how he believes, how he thinks about his trading. And if you hang around someone long enough, you start to think like them. You're like, oh, I can see how he's patient, how he waits for his trading setups, and so on and so forth. And, you know, and from that process, it's like, because I've been hanging around and been reading his material that I've gotten from him over the years, especially this year, not only do I like think it's possible, it's like, no, I know it's possible. Like, I know my coach will be an 8-figure trader soon. There's no doubt about that. That means he'll be making more than $10 million a year. There's no doubt about that. I know who this guy is. He's one of the most successful private traders, I believe, on this planet. Successful private traders. He's not in the public eye. Not many people know about him. He's actually very, very quiet because he focuses mainly on his trading. And the reason why I say that is be careful who you hang around with. You know, that's where, like with my coaching program, you know, it's not just a coaching program. It's who you're hanging around with. You know, see, when I go to my clients, I give them the information that's helping me from my coach to them, you know, and you are who you hang around with. And so be careful who you listen to in these markets, you know, and just be careful of that, okay? As I said before, I started off this video with, you know, seek truth regardless of appearance. You know, go to the foundations of what's real in this world, not as a fad or a gimmick or whatever, but what is real. When it comes to trading, how do the markets really operate? How do they really work? How do these charts really work? You know, and understand that. And spending a lot of time reading and understanding these charts will pay off dividends in the long run. You know, is the market overextended? Has it done too much price? Is it likely to have a pullback? Is it likely to go through a time phase? Has it done too much time? Is this market now set up to go for a big move? Like, you can actually start to see these things on the chart. There's certain patterns, there's certain things that happen in the market that says, right, this thing's about to make a big move the other way. You know, and you can see that just by understanding the graphs. You can see when things are starting to get too overextended, and it's getting into bubble territory. You can see that on the graph. You can see that on the charts. You know, and that's where, like with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, I started doing videos at, I think, around 15, 16,000, saying this thing's getting crazy, guys. Like, do not get involved with this thing. Not only technically, but, you know, my Bible was talking about it. So that was a sign that don't even get involved with it. But it's not about me being right here with you guys, okay? It's all about just, I really want to help you seek truth regardless of appearance. You know, question everything out there. Question everything out there. And what you want to do is, as I said before, go to the depths of what is real and use that as your foundation to move yourself forward, right? Because there's no way you can make progress in life if you continue to change from fad to fad to fad to fad to fad. So like with my health and fitness, I know that when I'm doing these things, it's the foundation to how the human body is. I'm doing things to keep myself more on the alkaline side, you know, helping with my blood and inflammation and all that sort of stuff. That's the foundation of how it works. It's not a keto diet. It's not a low carb diet. It's not any of this stuff, right? It's health of what is the foundation to health, and how can I do things to use that as the foundation, not a gimmick or a fad. Do you know what I mean? And how can I do this thing every single day so I can keep on top of it? Same with the trading. How can I, you know, and I'm being so fortunate now over my time being involved with the markets, but, you know, one of my mentors said to me, the better you can read the chart, John, the better trader you'll be. And it's so true, right? Like, once you start to really understand these markets, there's not any surprises out there. You know what I mean? Like, you can start to see things coming, and it's not like you're gonna, you know exactly what's going to happen, because the markets do change, and you know what you think is going to happen doesn't happen, and so on and so forth. So it's not like 100% of the time, no. But you know, when you're starting to, if you trade in the markets, if you're trading some fat or a gimmick, stuff like that, it's like, no. For me, the reason why I believe my trading is taking off so much, you know, especially lately, and doing so well, and you know, it's incredible the progress I'm making, is because when you start to use a trading system based on the fundamentals of how the markets work, now you can start to make true progress. It's not just some fad or something like that. Like, as an example, if you're trading a market that's going against the trend, do you know how low probability that is? When you know, we all know the trend is your friend, right? We all know when we see a graph, the highest probability trades are when in the underlying direction of the trend. Why do people want to go against that? Do you know what I mean? Like, you look over history, that the trend is your friend. If the market's making lower highs and it's been stair-stepping down, why do you want to go against that? If the market's making higher lows overall still, why do you want to go against that? Like, we know that, right? And yes, we have topping patterns, we have resting periods and so on and so forth. But do you know what I mean? It's like looking at the probability of something and then starting to have a trading system that's built on how the markets truly work and operate, to give you the best chance, to give you a really, really high success rate system. And then that's the first part. Then the next part is for you to start to be disciplined at sticking at that system, and getting better and better and better at trading that system, in either learning how to identify what a good setup looks like, and only taking those, and then having good trade management. Make sense? So this is your Monday motivation, guys. Monday morning motivation. Seek truth regardless of appearance. Don't go to a fad or anything like that. Use life, or use the foundations of what is real in life, and use that as your foundation to help you move forward. The gimmicks, all that sort of stuff out there, it may work for a short time, but it's not really a long-term fix. You know what I mean? And once you start to build your foundation and start to operate your life and start to get better on using that as your foundation of the truth, not just some gimmick or something like that, you start to see massive progress in your life, because you're using the foundation of what's real in life, not what you think or hope or fear. It's like, no, this is real. There's a certain way the stock market operates. There's a certain way the market flows. There's a certain way when you start to understand it. You know, if you, for example, the market goes through a running phase, like it goes through a moving phase, and then once it does that for a while, then it goes through a resting phase. You know, just understand that. Look at the weekly chart on the Dow Jones. Look what we did from 2009 through to 2015. We really just went through a nice running phase, right? We step up, and then suddenly 2015 to 2016, guess what? It rested for a while. And after we rested for a while, we're now refueled. We're now ready to go again. Guess what? And then from 2016 to the end of 2017, start of 2018. Guess what? We went through a bit of a pullback. We had a pullback, and guess what's been happening ever since? We've gone through a resting phase. Now, why has the stock market right now on the Dow Jones been gone through a resting phase? Because we just went through such a, from 2016, 2017, we went through literally a 12-month plus run, for memory anyway, on the charts. We went for a really, and not only just a run, but we went vertically. So we used a lot of energy, and after the market uses a lot of energy, now it has to rest again. So no wonder we're just going sideways here. We're refueling again to go for another big run. That's how the markets work. They operate like that. Do you know what I mean? And depending on how hard that move is, the more it actually has. So the more it actually goes for a run, the more it actually goes for a big move, the more energy it's used. So therefore, the more energy is used, the more it now needs time to refuel. So therefore, it goes sideways. It refuels, it goes sideways. And the longer it goes sideways, the more chance, or no, the longer it goes sideways, the more fuel they have to go for another big run. either up or down. I'm not saying the market's going to continue up. No. But that's by understanding the operation of how these markets work and how they truly work in the markets. By understanding these things, you can understand where we are in the cycle of things. And I just did say that we're at where we are in the cycle of things, like in the big picture. And people just focusing on what's happening today and what's happening tomorrow, or what happened yesterday on one candle, some of that. They're missing the massive picture there. Makes sense? They're missing a massive picture there. And because you're not truly getting it, 12 months from now, you're not really making the progress, right? Because you're not really focusing on things that's going to help you make the long-term progress. So I hope this helped you out, guys. And as you can see, right, be careful who you hang around with. When it comes to my coach, I'm just so grateful to be hanging around him. So guys, if you're interested in joining my coaching program, I open up just a few spots, maybe 5 to 10 people only per year, into my private coaching group, where every single week I'm coaching you. I'm showing you my trades, and also every single day on my private Facebook group, I'm also coaching you and helping you with your trading. I give you all my trading system and the education, and every single week I'm teaching you things like this to help you get better and better and better at trading, identifying good trades, and so on and so forth. If you are interested in joining that, it's just for a few people only. If you are interested in joining that, then there'll be a button, or there'll be something in the description box below. Go fill out the application form. It's a 12-month coaching program, and it's not right for everyone. But if you're interested in joining the coaching program, I do open up this just once or twice a year, and this time I just opened up just for 5 people for 2019. If you are interested, click on the link below. Go fill out the application form, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.